I packed up my toddler and left for my sister's place because my husband and his friends forgot about me during a family gathering. So for context, our daughter is 2 years old and going through a phase where she only naps if someone is actively holding her. It's exhausting but manageable. Last Saturday, my husband Mark decided to host a small get-together at our house with a few of his college friends. I wasn't thrilled, but he promised it would be low-key and that he'd handle everything, so I could rest and focus on the baby. By mid-afternoon, the house was full of people. Music playing, drinks out, food being prepared. Our daughter was already overstimulated and cranky, so I took her upstairs to put her down for a nap. It took almost an hour of rocking, pacing, and whispering before she finally fell asleep on my chest. I was starving, but I figured I'd eat once she was settled. About another hour passed, and I could smell food drifting upstairs. Grilled chicken, garlic bread, something cheesy. My stomach was growling, but every time I shifted, my daughter stirred, so I stayed put. Eventually, she woke up crying, so I soothed her again and decided to bring her downstairs with me to grab a plate. When I walked into the kitchen, the scene stopped me cold. Mark and his friends were sprawled around the table and couch, plates scraped clean, beer bottles everywhere, laughing like they'd just finished Thanksgiving dinner. I stood there holding our daughter and asked, "Hey, where's the food?" One of his friends awkwardly said, "Oh, we kinda ate everything." Mark looked at me and said, "I thought you weren't hungry since you didn't come down earlier. We figured you'd already eaten." I stared at him in disbelief and said, "I've been upstairs with our child for 2 hours." He shrugged and said, "Well, there's some chips left, or we can order something later." There were literally 3 crumbs of garlic bread and an empty takeout box on the counter. No leftovers. Nothing set aside. Not even a plate saved, just in case. One of his friends joked, "Guess you snooze, you lose," and laughed. That was it for me. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I just went upstairs, packed a bag for me and our daughter, and texted my sister asking if we could come over. She said yes immediately. I walked past the living room, shoes on, baby on my hip, and Mark asked where I was going like he was genuinely confused. I said, "Somewhere I'm not invisible," and walked out. When I got to my sister's place, she didn't even ask questions at first. She took my daughter, told me to sit down, and made me a plate of actual food. When I finally told her what happened, she was furious. She called Mark and told him that hosting friends doesn't excuse neglecting his own family, and that being busy isn't a reason to forget your wife exists. Mark showed up the next day apologizing nonstop. He said he didn't mean for it to happen, that things just got out of hand, that he didn't realize I hadn't eaten. He promised next time he'd make sure I was taken care of first, and that he'd never host anything without my agreement again. But the problem wasn't just the food. It was the fact that I was in the same house, caring for our child, and it never crossed his mind to check on me. That hurts in a way an apology doesn't immediately fix. My sister told me I could stay as long as I wanted. Right now, I'm seriously considering it, because here, at least someone notices when I haven't eaten.